KvK just ended, so we are going to be going through the end of season stats given in game from season and retrospect, as well as season accolades. We'll start off with season accolades while we're here. It is pretty crazy to see the stats of some of these individual players here, and we'll go ahead and take a look. Peacemaker taking the #1 spot by a landslide in terms of healing, 404 million units healed this KvK. Fluffy Pony in the second spot with 219, and Addy at third with 187 million. War Daddy Chadsky in fourth, and then White Castle in fifth. A lot of 2268 players up here. I myself are personally down in 49th place. Honestly, I kind of expected myself to heal a little bit more, but not too crazy. 60 million units healed. That honestly might be my lowest ever since lowest comparing it to the past two KvKs against 2429 as well as 960. Definitely not as much fighting as in those KvKs, and also the trades have been a lot better this KvK. Even though we did end up losing all three of them. We could go ahead and take a look at the kill leaderboard. Peacemaker again in first place at 641 million kills. Fluffy Pony at 439. We have Addy at 347. Whitey Chadsky at 334. And then PJ Rib at 212 individual kills. Yar, oh my goodness, Yar's up here at 171. This is mostly 2268 dominated in this top. Let's see how much we could go down. Top 17 is 2268, so a lot of kills for our kingdom. I'm all the way down in 16th place. Chiskel actually taking 13th, so he's up here as well. I'm kind of curious to see what the top 100 is in terms of kills. If we scroll slowly but surely, Farmer at 92 million kills at 54th place. Alloys is up here as well. Cortex at 70th. And let's go ahead and scroll all the way down to 100th place at 60 million kills. In terms of deads, let's go scroll all the way back up. No spoilers, no spoilers. Fluffy Pony at 41.7 million deads. More deads than me this, he had more deads than me this KvK than I've had in my entire account career. Peacemaker at 31 million as well. These two guys, I'm pretty sure both of these guys have more deads than me in my entire account. I'm pretty sure I'm like 30 million deads overall. War Daddy Chadsky at 23.2. I mean, he definitely went down to like 85 million dead power rather, so a ton of deads on his end, and Addy as well. These four players being our main swarmers. Of course, we had other players as well. You know, Panda, Albanian, PJ Rib, Chiskel, Peace, Cortex, like a lot of players just consistently swarming. And we needed to this KvK to win. Unfortunately, it just was not enough. And you could see a lot of these accounts are farm accounts from 1770, just with the amount of farm filling that both of our sides did. But ultimately, it's a lot easier to farm fill while defending than attacking. You can see some of our farms here. We see Nemo Filler 4. We might potentially see some of my farm accounts. I'm actually not, my main account's not in here. But yeah, 3.3 million deads being the bottom. I think my farms are like 3 million, so not cracking the top 100 there. Let's go and take a look at alliances. SV being in first place in terms of heals. 4 billion units healed. Kind of crazy, not including T1s. 1900 though at 2.8, which is pretty crazy. Our allies in 1166 at 2.4, so definitely putting in some work in terms of units healed there. And Water Camp in 1824 in fourth place at 1.7. So I think Water Camp healed more than us, if I'm doing the mental math correctly, with 1900 and 1824 being up there. 1770 in fifth place, and then we have AM, which, you know, we did fight an AM for a lot of Kingsland, so this is, you could add both of us together there at 1.3 billion. Another 1824 alliance. We could continue to scroll down. We have 10 alliances that did end up healing over 1 billion troops this KvK, and then you could start to see some of the lower seeds here. It's 3125, 2836. Like, these ones are the main big KDs, and then, you know, we have some of the backup alliances as well as some of the lower seed KDs down here as well. But yeah, definitely you could see with the amount of alliances up here, the amount of farm accounts and shells used this KvK. A lot of active shells from both sides, just with the amount of forts that was used. We could go ahead and take a look at the kill leaderboards. In first place is SV at 6.6 billion kills this KvK. Second place, 1900 at 3.6. I'm telling you, 1900 is super impressive. They were considered the B seed of Water Camp, and they are second in both kills and healing in terms of alliances here. Well, I'm really curious to see it in terms of kingdoms as well. We have 1824 at 2.4 billion, 1166 at 2.2, and then we have the alliance that we used in Kingsland a lot, AM, which is our second main alliance, or second main shell rather. We only have one main alliance, but this one has all of the same buffs as SV at 2.1 billion kills. And we can continue to scroll down here. We have 9 alliances that hit 1 billion kills this KvK. So a lot of stats to be you know, given and turned around. And as I said, with healing, a lot of farms and farm alliances used this KvK, as you know, I feel like that's for most KvKs, but you could see how many 2268 farm alliances are in here because of the amount of farms we had to use. In terms of deads, we are also first place in this KvK, but 1166, our allies, it's second, so you could kind of see the pummeling that our side had to take. I feel like 2268 was more so because we had to swarm structures down. 1166 because they were, I feel like they're pretty focused in Kingsland by our opponents. So 353 million deads for us, 306 million deads for our allies in 1166, and 1900 being third place yet again at 283 million deads. We could continue to scroll down here. A lot of you know, 1770, 1824. And then you could see the rest of our alliances: 2068, 2068, 2068. A lot of fire camp representation here as well. So those are the alliances. I'm super curious to see the kingdoms, and here we go with the healing leaderboard for kingdoms. Of course, 2068 on top for healing at 6.8 billion units healed as a kingdom. In second place is 1824 at 3.6 billion. Of course, that's probably because in the alliances here, I'm not too sure if it counts people from 1824 that might have been fighting from the 1900 alliance. Honestly, I'm not even too sure if they cross mingled in terms of alliances, but 3.6 and 3.3 billion units healed from Water Camp there with 1824 and 1900 respectively. And then we have our allies in 1166 at 3 billion, 1770 at 2.9 billion. We have 3125 at 2 billion. We have 1756, our allies, and 1.6, 2836, which was our opponents at 1.3, 2250 at 1.3, and then 2070 and 1597 to round it out. Okay, let's go to kills. Whoa, okay. 10.9 billion kills from 2268. That is a ton of kills. Closely followed though by Water Camp if we combine the 4.2 and 4.2. 1900 actually getting more kills from 1824 than 1824 rather. Both of these camps at 4.2, making it 8.4 overall for the camp. 1166 at 2.8 billion kills. 1770 at 2.7. We have 1756 at 1.5, 2836 at 1.1, and then you could go ahead and see the rest of these kingdoms here. Finally, in terms of deads, 2268 at 906 million deads. Didn't hit the 1 bill mark. I'm pretty surprised, but I mean, it's pretty crazy how many deads we got this KvK, I guess. 1824 at 1824 at 518 million deads. 1900 at 483 million deads. 1770 at 461. I'm actually surprised that Water Camp got more deads than 1770 with that fort wall shenanigans that, you know, we were fighting against for weeks. But I guess during Kingsland we definitely did pummel down 1900 and 1824 more so than 1770. 1770 kind of had that role in Kingsland to just attack and open field against us and our allies. 1756 at 435 our allies over there at 5th place, and then 1166 is at 408. Okay, so they definitely did a lot more open fielding than I guess the structure filling or structure rallying, but being at 6th place, you have 3125 at 347, and then we could go ahead and scroll all the way down to see the rest of these stats here. So yeah, that is it for season accolades in terms of leaderboards. It's pretty crazy to see peace, 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 fluffy, 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 addy, addy, or daddy Chatsky in these leaderboards, but you know, they definitely were heavy hitters, and I wish we could have won the KvK for them, but it's all good. I've had a full week and a bit to get over it. Path to Greatness, these are the rewards that we got for this KvK. We were able to hold 2 Hurons at the end, so we were able to get 3 Hurons. We were able to get a Conquest coin in a losing KvK, so we'll take it. I was able to get some Iconic Crystals, which means I could finally finish iconicizing my equipment and perhaps start to look at creating that 7th set of leadership gear. And we are in the season of Retrospect. Season in Retrospect for my account, Storms of Stratagems, April 16th, 2024 to June 8th, 2024. Let's go ahead and take a look at our book here. Glorious Path. You've taken part in the Lost Kingdom 4 times. I could not read fast enough. Okay. The Crimson Path. You've killed 137 million units, more than 100% of governors. Apparently, oh, this is the second day of Kingsland. I killed 37.3 million units. A hero dies but once. You've healed 61 million units, more than 100% of other governors. 1.8 million of my units were killed, more than 89% of governors. You've defeated 26,000 barbarian troops. Definitely did not chain as much as I planned to. I wanted to get top 20. That was one of the goals going into this KvK, but I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I haven't been able to barb chain the past couple of KvKs properly. We did a lot of forts though, 646 barb forts. Just 1+1ing or 1+5ing, I guess, with my farm accounts. We could go ahead and look. SV killed a total of 6.7 billion enemy units, ranked number 1 in the Lost Kingdom. We built 380 alliance flags, destroyed 331 enemy flags. The kingdom killed... Wait, what? What was this? Oh, that was the alliance. Gotcha. This is for the kingdoms. Our kingdom killed 11.1 billion enemy units. Wait, what? Yeah, 11.1 billion enemy units, ranking number 1 in the Lost Kingdom. We healed a total of 7 billion, ranking number 1 in the Lost Kingdom. A total of 929 million of your kingdom's units were killed, ranking number 1 in the Lost Kingdom. I feel like the stats are different from every season in Retrospect versus season Accolades. Like, we could quickly check the dead numbers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure what the discrepancy is, but they're pretty much the same, to be fair. But yeah, that is it for both season and Retrospect and season Accolades. Now we will be in migration mode, migration out mode. I'm sure there'll be changes in the kingdom. Honestly, I just got back from a vacation from Niagara. It was my birthday this past weekend, so that's why I've been in a mini hiatus yet again. But hopefully we can go back and do these live streams yet again. I still haven't done my Smithy special. And we do have the 7k gem event, which is super hype. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Rise of Kingdoms content. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.